Moon Jae-in of South Korea and Donald Trump of the U.S. are scheduled to hold a summit next month in Washington for talks on North Korea's denuclearization and Seoul-Washington alliance.
That's right. After weeks of icy North Korea-U.S. relations following the failed Hanoi summit, hopes are rising the April summit could help break the nuclear impasse. Now, let's connect to our Shin Se-min standing by at the presidential office for us. Se-min, so we have the basics covered, the date and the location have been fixed. Tell us more.
Right, guys, the gears are turning again in the process of North Korea's denuclearization, the eventual denuclearization process. President Moon Jae-in will be flying to Washington in less than 2 weeks from now, from the 11th till the 12th of April, for talks with his U.S. counterpart to President Donald Trump on the nuclear diplomacy. And in what would be their 7th face-to-face in total, and the first since the breakdown of talks between President Trump and North Korea's Kim Jong-un, the leaders Moon and Trump are likely to discuss ways to strengthen their bilateral ties and much more. Here's Presidential Secretary earlier this morning on the summit schedule.
The leaders of the two sides will hold in-depth discussions on matters to strengthen the bilateral alliance and to coordinate their positions on establishing peace on the Korean Peninsula through complete denuclearization.
And that same schedule was reiterated and confirmed by the White House, saying that the alliance between the two sides remains the linchpin of peace and security on the Korean Peninsula and in the region, and added that the visit by President Moon will strengthen the alliance and friendship between the two.
Se-min, we saw the summit coming, but the big question is, will President Moon be able to come up with a good enough deal to carry on the momentum of nuclear dialogue?
Sure, we can say that President Moon is back in the role of being a mediator between leaders Kim and Trump, especially after their most recent summit in Hanoi that ended with no concrete results over disputes of U.S.-led sanctions. And the upcoming summit between Moon and Trump is likely to give the leaders a fresh look, a chance to look at their game plan freshly as they deal with North Korea. The presidential office says a senior national security official, Kim Hyun-jong, will be visiting the White House next week or even as early as tomorrow to hone the details of the summit, possibly even their game plans. Now, still, there are a lot of blanks to be filled. We still don't know the exact schedule of the president during his visit in Washington, let alone how many times the leaders of both sides will be meeting over that short span of time that President Moon will be staying in Washington. So definitely we'll be keeping a close eye on the latest development coming in leading up to the summit in weeks to come. Back to you guys.